Hello there! Today we'll talk about Jeff Bezos, one of the most successful entrepreneurs of our time. He is the founder of Amazon, which has transformed the retail industry, and he is also one of the world's wealthiest people. So what is his success formula? In this video, we'll look at some of the key factors that have contributed to his extraordinary success. According to the Seattle Times, Jeff Bezos filed the paperwork to start a company called Cadabra Inc., a shortened version of the famous magician's expression, abracadabra. Relentless was another option Bezos considered. The URL relentless.com still redirects to Amazon today, but Bezos' friends told him the name sounded a bit sinister, Stone writes. In October 1994, Bezos searched the A section of the dictionary for company names, reasoning that this would help his company rank first in alphabetical searches. That's when he came up with the name Amazon, marched into the Seattle garage where his company was born, and informed employees that he had chosen a new name for the company. This is not only the world's largest river, it is many times larger than the next largest river. According to Stone, it blows all other rivers away. Amazon would grow into the e-commerce behemoth we know today, with a market capitalization of more than $1 trillion over the next 25 years. In honor of Amazon's success, here are Bezos' best pieces of success advice. Number 1. Create a vision and plan your time 2 to 3 years out. Vision is absolutely important, but it doesn't deserve your day-to-day attention, Bezos said in February at the Yale Club in New York City, according to a Business Insider transcript. Of course, you need a vision, but most of your time should be spent on things that are happening today, this year, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, Bezos said. At Amazon, for example, quarterly financial results are determined by work completed years ago. When we announce Amazon's quarterly results, people will say, "Great quarter, congratulations," and then I say, "Thank you," said Bezos at the Yale Club. But what I really think about is how that quarter was baked and done 2 or 3 years ago, and right now, the senior executives at Amazon are working on a quarter that will happen in 2021, 2022, that kind of thing. Number 2, get used to haters. You will face criticism regardless of how successful you become. We would be very naive to believe that we will not be criticized. That's just the way the terrain is. You have to accept that, Bezos said in a 2018 Business Insider interview with Axel Springer CEO Matthias Dopfner. One thing I tell people is, if you're going to do something new or innovative, you must be willing to be misunderstood. If you cannot afford to be misunderstood, then for goodness sake don't do anything new or innovative. When Bezos first considered leaving his Wall Street job to launch Amazon, he encountered opposition. He was a senior vice president at the hedge fund D.E. Shaw before he was 30 years old, and he had a brilliant boss that I much admired, he said in his Princeton commencement speech in 2010. Bezos explained to his boss that he wanted to sell books online. He took me for a long walk in Central Park, carefully listened to me, and finally said, "That sounds like a really good idea, but it would be an even better idea for someone who didn't already have a good job," Bezos recalled. Despite the sound advice, Bezos was ultimately pleased with his decision to take the risk. That logic made sense to me, and he persuaded me to think about it for 48 hours before making a final decision. In that light, it was a difficult decision, but I decided I had to give it a shot, Bezos said in his commencement speech. "I didn't think I'd be sorry for trying and failing, and I suspected that a decision not to try at all would haunt me for the rest of my life. After much thought, I chose the riskier path to pursue my passion, and I'm glad I did." Number 3, take time to be inefficient. Amazon's DNA includes efficiency, but Bezos also values time spent being inefficient, especially when it means venturing off the beaten path to satisfy your curiosity. From the beginning of Amazon's existence, we knew we wanted to foster a culture of builders, people who are curious and explorers. They enjoy inventing, Bezos said in his annual letter to shareholders, which was published in April. They see how we do things as simply how we do things now. A builder's mindset allows us to approach large, difficult-to-solve opportunities with the humble conviction that success can be achieved through iteration. Invent, launch, reinvent, relaunch, start over, rinse, and repeat. They understand that the road to success is anything but straight. It is often inefficient time that leads to the discovery of the next big thing. In business, often you know where you're going, and when you do, you can be efficient. Put in place a plan and execute, Bezos said. By contrast, wandering in business is inefficient. It's not, however, random. It is guided by hunch, gut, intuition, curiosity, and a deep conviction that the prize for customers is large enough that it is worth being a little messy and tangential to get there. Wandering is a necessary counterbalance to efficiency, he explained. You need to employ both. Outsized discoveries or non-linear discoveries are likely to necessitate wandering. Number 4, failure is not the end of the world. But if those bets fail, Bezos wants you to know it's not the end of the world. Big failures are required to move the needle. We're not swinging enough if we don't. You should be swinging hard and you will fail, which is fine. In baseball, the most runs you can get is 4 if you swing hard. In business, you can get 100 runs if you swing hard. So you should swing hard and you will fail a lot. And you need a culture that encourages that. When do you know when to stop? When the last champion is ready to call it quits, it's time to call it quits. And more often than not, that last champion is me. Number 5, being correct entails being well informed. At the very least, Bezos believes you should not be so arrogant as to believe you have nothing to learn. People who are right listen a lot and change their minds a lot, he explained. People who are frequently correct change their minds in the absence of new information. They wake up, rethink things, and change their minds. You're going to be wrong a lot if you don't change your mind frequently. People who are frequently correct want to disprove their fundamental biases. Number 6, the future of the Earth is bright. Bezos also mentioned that he believes future residential areas will be entire planets rather than just communities. We go to space to save the Earth, he explained. We must relocate industry to the moon. The planet will be zoned residential. The Earth will be divided into residential and light industrial zones. Given enough time and money to relocate people, that is a real possibility, albeit a distant one. It would be the most efficient way to protect our home planet's environment while also advancing industry, but that doesn't mean the industry shouldn't change at all. In a nutshell, Jeff Bezos' success is due to his customer obsession, innovation, long-term thinking, data-driven decision-making, and execution focus. He is a true source of inspiration for entrepreneurs and business leaders all over the world. If you want to succeed, follow Bezos' lead and focus on creating a customer-centric business that is innovative, data-driven, and long-term oriented. Well, that's it. For now, we bring an end to this video, but we will come back with some new and interesting videos in the future. Till then, make sure that you like our video, and do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel to get videos from us regularly, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.